What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the actual defensive adjustments in Madden 20. Yes, they have changed everything. Previously, the L1 button was for the linemen, the R1 was for the the middle linebackers, like to global blitz or the global blitz or crash them out with the D line. Now that's been changed to the actual D-pad. So if you're looking at this, because I'm on PlayStation, obviously you would just correlate it inside. Go to your screen if you're on PC, Xbox, whatever. You would look at it and see the the specific buttons that you have to press. But it has been adjusted, and that's why a lot of you guys have been in games like, yo, what is going on right now? Why is my linebacker not doing what he's supposed to do? So this is the situation, right? You're going to have to be able to figure this out as you go along. Everything else is pretty much the same, though. You know what I'm saying? They show the screen the same way. The R2 button kind of brings up everything that's on the screen as far as X factors and stuff. I haven't really seen a lot of that in head-to-head gameplay because a lot of people haven't been able to get it's the early EA access period, so people haven't been able to do it as often. But once the game launches, everybody's going to have it popping off. So just make sure that you understand that as well. It's very, very important that you look to that and try to figure out what's going on with it, so that way you're in a better situation. If you can get your player upgraded, definitely try to go ahead and get that done as soon as possible. If you're no money spent, you should be grinding immediately as soon as you get the game. It should just be constant grinding, and you should never ever stop. All right, but look, that's the biggest thing. The D-pad now controls all that stuff. All right, so what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna go into practice mode. And we're going to take a look at some of the things that are going on, all right? So we're going to go over to exhibition, and then what is all this? Bro, I don't care about all that. Like, let's go to practice, okay? We're going to go to normal, and then we'll just pick whoever's there, like the Ravens. All right, let's go. We'll just pick the Ravens. It's fine. All Madden. I don't even know what defense that they're running. It doesn't matter. All right, now look. This is what I want you guys to understand. It's going to take some time to get adjusted to, and some of us are going to still be pressing the R1 for linebackers, L1. I was doing it all day in my first couple games. I was fortunate enough to win them. If you guys want to see my first couple games in Madden 20, you could go over to my channel where I put all my gameplays, GmiasWorld Gaming, and you'll be able to see everything that I did because I had to figure it out on the fly. I had no idea that they really adjusted it like that. And yes, for the most part, it is very, very annoying, but I think it gives you better space to kind of, once you get used to it, it'll really work out for you. All right, so look, these guys are 3-4, so that's actually perfect. Let's go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and use the odd defense because that's it's gonna be a popular defense again. Let's come out in Tampa 2. We're gonna make these guys come out of like some kind of shotgun play, and then we're gonna try to set stuff up and do some weird stuff. All right, let's kind of keep it. They got split brown in there. I haven't even looked at any of these formations yet. Let's go ahead and keep it to. They could go 4 verticals or something, right? So look, pretty much what happens is this. You still base align with triangle or Y right to the left the same exact way. But what happens is if you look at the way that this is right here, you see how everybody's in the zone? Now you have to make sure that you're using the right, you have to be using the D-pad to click. If you want to change the way that your D linemen are, blitzing, you have to do that. You have to click the left D-pad, and then you can do whatever, crash them up, crash them down, whatever. So I'm gonna do that, okay? I did that real quick. You see how the middle guy stayed because I crashed up, and he has like the little orange things because he's like containing that center, and then you can kind of try to see what happens if you crash him to the left. You see I just pressed to the left on the D-pad, and then I pressed to the left on the right analog stick, and then we're gonna try to crash him right, press left, and then right. Okay, and then that crashes them right. So the left on the D-pad activates everything that's going on with your D lineman, and then you still use the right analog stick in the same exact way. So that doesn't change. Now, when you press it, you'll see that if you want to go and do like a what is that? They have a quick adjust or whatever they're doing. Some of you guys were asking, how do you get it for those things to come up? For the D lineman, pretty much you have to double tap it. So once you double tap it, you can select whichever one. So I'll select square, and then I'm going to put them in a vertical hook by pressing down on the L stick. Well, the left analog or the D-pad works in this case. All right, so I put them in a vertical hook. That right there you can use the D-pad for, or you can use the left analog stick. It doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to press left again on the D-pad, and I'm just going to crash them right. You'll see it on the left side once you press to the left. You see how it says O-line and all that stuff, and then showing you point of attack and all that good stuff? You'll see that as it goes, so that's very, very easy for you guys to be able to determine what's going on. That's for your linemen, all right? So remember, if you want to get out of it, just click down on the R3 button, like, you know, the analog, just push down on it and it'll cancel it. And then you double tap it if you want to bring up the icon. Same thing for the linemen. I mean the middle linebackers or the linebackers, all your linebacker cores. You now press right on the left on the D-pad. You know what I'm saying? On the D-pad you will press right, everything comes up. You want to double tap it, it'll bring up all of your, you know, your linebackers. So you're able to see exactly what's going on with it. And that's like how you would do it. If you still want to do stuff like global blitz, you pretty much do the same exact thing. All right, you would just go ahead, but you would press it once, all right, and then you just press down on the right stick, same way, and then everybody will be blitzing. Okay, every single person's blitzing. If you want to press right and zone them all up, you would press up on the right stick, and everybody will be in the zone. All right, so that's pretty much the adjustments for the D line and for your middle linebackers. Now, when it comes to the corners, all that's still the same. That's still triangle. Okay, triangle is still the same thing. You double tap it twice, it brings up the safeties and the corners. So now you individually do what you want to do. So say I want to put Brandon Carr in man-to-man coverage, I would press his icon, and then I'm looking over here to see what happens, and man coverage is up on the right stick. So I'll press up on the right stick, and I figure out who I want to put him in man against. They give you options for everybody on the right side of his field. Okay, so anywhere where Brandon Carr is on the right, you can man up any of those guys. So say I want to go Njoku, I'll press X. All right, he's manned up now. Okay, if I want to go someplace else with it, all right, I press up on the right stick again, and then I decide, all right, I want the running back because he's been killing me in the flats. All right, go again, double tap triangle. If you're on Xbox, it's Y. All right, I press circle, his icon, press up on the right stick for man coverage, and then I go to, who did I cover yet? Callaway. So now, and then you see how he shifts over? That's like a tell that I don't like, okay? When you're dealing with something like that and you're playing a guy that's really skilled, if he knows that you're in man, he's going to eat you alive. So I would probably keep him in more like, you know, an outside quarter with right to the left stick, maybe a deep half, maybe a cloud flat because it's a cover two. It depends on what you're trying to run, a soft squat, whatever. I would try to do those things because once you do that and you give him that tell, it can become very, very bad. So I'm going to put him back in a cloud flat. You see he moves back over. Now, as far as the safeties, we could go here. Now you take a look. Notice that with the cover three, there is no cross man with the safeties. I haven't gone through all the defenses yet, but with cover what did I say? Cover three, the 3-4 defense. You can't cross man the safeties as of right now. I don't know if when they patch the game that will change, but you clearly see that he can man up on everybody else that's there. You see what I'm saying? Let's cancel it, go again. Tony Jefferson, we press the X button or whatever icon it shows you after you double tap triangle or Y if you're on Xbox. Now we go to man coverage, up on the right analog. Okay? Same three guys on that side. Now let's go again to the other side. Triangle, Earl Thomas III. You will notice in man coverage, he has everybody, but look at what's ill about this though. He can actually cover the running back as well. So that's something that's very, very key for blitzes now. Because if you come out and you do this, you can easily stay on the right side with one of the linebackers, have him manned up, okay, if in case something happens crazy on that side, or he tries to shift the line. Because what happens is, when you start sending everybody like I do, people start motioning their running backs to block off the edges that looks to be more dangerous, right? So if they send him to that side, he could already be manned up. That's just a little bit of food for thought. If you're having issues with some of the players on that left side, you can use that safety to securely cover everything that's going on that side. So that's just something that I want to show you as far as the safeties that I really, really like it. Now, Jimmy Smith, same thing. You got all his stuff with man coverage. He can also cover the running back, but I don't think that would be useful to have a corner on that side covering the running back. But the safety can be something that's ill for certain blitzes, because you could zone that linebacker that I'm on, Young. He'll go out to immediately cover up the triangle. If you're blitzing everybody off the edge, the running back, depending on where he goes, he'll be covered, because if you leave that other guy on the right in a flat, that'll be there, plus the running back will go, and then you'll just watch the left side. And you could probably put this guy in like a outside quarter or something on the left. You see what I'm saying? And then you would probably man up the safety. If you wanted to do that, like it's certain schemes like that you could run. You take them out of that cloud, have that whole side covered with the deep, the quarter right there, and then you go from there to kind of, see what's going on. And then if you like what you see right there, it'll work out. It'll definitely work out for you pretty well. And you know, that's pretty much what it is. But you got to remember, with the quarter plays, the outside quarter, you can only get an inside quarter with the safety, as opposed to if you use the outside corners, you could get the you know, the other quarter. Like Jimmy Smith, you'll see that he gets an outside quarter. The safeties can only get the inside quarter. I want to point that out as well, and that's very, very important because you can pretty much make your own cover 4. If a dude is just trying to streak you every snap and he doesn't care about it, you know what I'm saying, bro? You can make your own cover 4 by just simply going to all of them and just putting them in the respective zones. You got obviously have to take that safety and put them in an inside quarter as well. And then now you turn it to a cover 4. If that's just something that, you know, you wanted to blitz everybody and it's like the end of the half and you're trying to send the house, but you don't want to come out and make it look like it's an all-out blitz, you could do it like that and just adjust everybody according to those lines. All right? Now, and then obviously you would just press right and then global blitz everybody, send everybody, and then just have everybody, you know, back in the coverage. Like, this is what it would look like. If I would put him in the zone, I would hold him there, and then I would wait for the CPU to hike the ball, and then you'll see what happens. Everybody's doing what they're doing, and then, you know, Carr should be able to get back. All right, that's just an example of how you can run these blitzes if, you know, end of the half, a guy is just outright streaking you. He doesn't care about anything. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, he's just doing the most. All right, and it's wild, and it doesn't make any sense, and he just won't stop. You can always turn it to a cover 3, and then, a cover 4, by just simply going to it, circle for the corner out there. Outside quarter is to the left on the right analog. The safety would be doing other things. Right there, I didn't have everything set up, so he just dotted me crazy, OBJ. Obviously, the cover 2 is going to get eaten up by, you know, players that are that fast and skilled on the outside. So those are just some things that I would really want you guys to kind of pay attention to kind of understand. What is it? We got to pinch them. All right, we'll figure out what's going on with that. But again, it'll be outside quarter, inside quarter for this guy, which is to the right. Okay, don't get confused on that. All right, why they doing that? That it's supposed to be okay because I put it on the other side. All right, he's good now. It's on the right analog that gets them to go to the inside quarter. I press the left analog. That's why they were in purples. All right. So now, if we want to individually blitz that right linebacker, you guys guessed it. Press right on the thing there. Press right on the D-pad. Okay, and then you would press to the right on the right stick. Well, why isn't this guy getting blitzed though? Why is he? Is that the left outside linebacker? Oh no, because those are the other linebackers. Okay, you can't do anything with the middle linebacker. You would have to double tap it and then do it like that. You'd have to double tap to the right because the middle linebackers don't count. It's for the outside right and left linebackers. So in that case, you'd have to actually double tap the right D-pad and then go get his icon, which will be X in this case, and you press down on it, and then that'll blitz him. And if you wanted to put him back in the zone, you would double tap right on the D-pad, press the icon, and then actually press down on the L analog or the L D-pad. Because remember, the L can go for both. Unless you're doing hot routes that are specific to the D-pad or the left analog stick, when you start getting technical with quarterbacks like Tom Brady and stuff, that's the only time that you can't use the D-pad and the left analog for the same things, is when it comes to those hot routes and audibles like that. So that's pretty much what it would be. So let's go ahead and blitz him again. Double tap right on the D-pad, blitz him straight down by pressing down on the right analog, and then we're gonna go ahead and let them go ahead and throw their 4 verticals, and you'll see what's going on. It'll be the same thing. Okay, that's just pretty much a pro tip. You know, right now I'm still working on different blitzes, but that's just to give you guys an idea of the defensive adjustments. Why is that ball just floating in the air? That just really scared me, and it's really spooky. So I think it's time for me to end the video because the devil's in my house. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. If you have any other questions, please feel free to follow me on Twitter at GmiasWorld, Instagram and Facebook, all at GmiasWorld. Feel free to follow me on PS4, GMIA, 4 letters, and you can join GmiasWorld community by searching GmiasWorld family on PS4, but it's by request only, so send a request and you possibly can get in. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. One love.